Kern, great job today. So you're doing all these bars for the Joni Mitchell song, and I want to integrate them into your standard tuning playing. So you practice this 5th fret bar, and then you added your ring and pinky on the D and G string. I want you to start by shifting those up to the A and D string, and this gets a minor bar chord. This is an A minor because this root is A, and then you want to move it progressively down. 3rd fret's G, 1st fret is F minor. Then if you move it off the fretboard, same fingering, you get an E minor. These are called E form bar chords. They're all based on the shape of an E. So now I want you to make it major. And the important thing about E bar chords is the shape that you're using, but also the fact that the root is on the 6th string, and by root I mean the lowest note of the chord. So we learned how to build chord scales. So we took a major scale, we harmonized the first 6 notes of it. So we got 1 major, 2 minor, F sharp minor, 3 also minor, G sharp minor. It's good to separate the root note out to kind of hammer home that point. The 4th chord is A major, 5th chord is B major, and the 6th chord is C sharp minor. So it's a purely symmetrical breakdown. 3 major chords, 1, 4, and 5. 3 minor chords, the 2, the 3, and the 6. So you want to just practice going through those and say them. E, F sharp minor. Do this slowly, of course. G sharp minor. A, B. Doing everything in reverse is harder, as you know. So B, A, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, E. Now the other mystery that we started to unlock was the fact that the E and the A minor shape are identical. The differences are huge though. One is minor, one's major, and one has a root on the 6th string, one has a root on the 5th or the A string. So that same logic applies to bar chords. So you learned a B minor, which is based on the shape of an open A minor. Okay? And the root is on the 5th string. So there's my B natural, there's my minor shape. When you're practicing these, you can do a single finger, try to get all 5 clear, and if you can't do it, you can shift it down towards the ground or up so that you're overextended past the string. That tends to help people's fingers to go in one extreme or the other, at least to get a feel for what's possible. And then you could also work on these outer fingers. Make sure they're curved. If you see this or this, fight against it, get a nice round curve, as curved as you can. And you can just practice the triad part of the chord, which means a 3-note chord, and then you can add the bar. So you can practice the bar alone or the triad alone, then fuse them together. But this pairs perfectly with its counterpart, F sharp major, which looks identical but is actually a major chord with a root on the 6th string. So you have B minor, on a dark desert highway, F sharp, wind in my hair. These form a cadence, 1, 5, 1. That always sounds good together. C minor, 1, 5, 1, D minor, 1, 5, 1. So you can kind of mess around with these when you're feeling creative. They'll always sound good together. And all these bar chords are purely chromatic the way a keyboard can be, so you can just move them in any direction and get a new voicing. So B minor, C sharp minor, D minor, etc. And that logic applies to any bar chord. And then finally, for the Hummingbird song, you played it really well. It's in 3/4 times fast, and as you pointed out, there's an they're getting the and of 1, so it's like 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Continue to play it slowly, and if that's challenging, I want you just to go like this. Root up, root up. Just get used to connecting your downstroke root and your upstroke finger. 1 and 2 and 3 and then go back to it. Leading with the root note can buy you time, so in that little interim, you're placing your fingers where you want them. And the only other thing from this song, because you did very well with it, is to introduce an E7 on that little turnaround before the 2nd chorus, I think it was. So an E7, the nice way to play it is to add your pinky to the 3rd fret B string. That adds a bright high 7th into the chord. So it's very brief, and it goes right to the A. So it's like a dun, 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 other chord we introduced was an A7, which just lets the G string go open. You can finger a number of ways. This is the way I want you to do it for this song, because it forms a cadence with D major, which again is 1, 5, 1. That's just the theory of the harmony there. So you want to practice doing a cadence here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's for the end of this phrase. Oh, hummingbird, hummingbird, what do you do? They're using brighter, higher voicings of most of these, but I think the way that you're playing it is really, really good for the level that you're at now, and it'll help you learn all these open chords and get better and better with them. Have fun!